What's up, everyone? We're live. This is the Aftertouch Podcast. It's your boy Tyler. I got my boy Taft here.
How's it going, everybody?
And we have our special guest today. It's Kelsey Edwards.
Hello, my name is Kelsey Edwards.
It's coming through. Hey, good catch, Tyler.
Someone commented on it, that's why.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. That's good. Okay.
Good catch, someone. Good catch.
Flip. Okay. So tell us. All right, so you just dropped a music video on 2 days ago.
Yes, on Halloween Day.
On Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Heathens.
Yes.
Tell us about, okay, I like the music video. I watched it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So how do you, because I see you do a lot of covers, what was the inspiration for you doing that cover specifically, besides the fact that it's a good song?
Right. Well, Heathens is a good song. Yeah, I love that song. So actually the idea came from the video director and producer. His name's Corey Bocut. And he reached out, and I saw him, he reached out, and he's like, hey, I want to make a 21 Pilots music video. So he reached out to me and was like, hey, I want to collab with you on this. So I was like, yeah, great. So then we kind of figured out, okay, he told me his favorite songs. I said which ones I like the best. And we kind of both had this, okay, well, we both like Heathens. Okay, this would be a perfect timing for a Halloween music video. So between the fact that we both love that song, and it was Halloween, that was kind of the idea. It was like, we love the song. This is a good timing. Let's do this song.
So it's not you that's like, I want to do a music video. It's someone approaches. So you're the one that's getting approached.
In this situation. Other times it's me. Yeah. Other times it's like, hey, I have this cover I want to do. And then I go approach them, or like, hey, I wrote this song. I have 3 new songs coming out that I'm getting videos made for. But other times someone comes to me. It just depends. So Nadia with this Veterans Day music video, she approached me as well. But other times I go to them. So.
Do you like doing covers?
Yeah. I like doing covers. I like doing covers because it builds your credibility. If people hear you do a song that they like and you do it well, then you build credibility with them. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. And
so once you, if you think about it, if I just put out my own music,
no
unless you're my friend or my family member, you don't care. So,
yeah.
So you just don't. It's like the truth. You just don't care. I mean, that's just yeah. So you when you can gain people's trust, by doing songs that they like and doing them well, then they care about your music. So that's why I have yet to release any of my own music yet, but I have 3 songs, actually 4, that are coming out very soon. So
okay.
Yeah, that I've written.
And are they what's this? What would you classify the style, the genre?
My style is primarily electronic, indie electronic pop kind of thing.
Do you have an influence?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of there's a band called Broods that I love. So I love Broods and I love Chelsea Cutler. Or Lana Del Rey is kind of that organic, indie electronic type thing.
Do you know who Lana Del Rey is?
I do.
Okay.
Is she good?
I'm not very familiar with her music, but
I saw an artist on my Twitter drew a picture of Lana Del Rey with James Franco. I don't know if that means anything.
Are they an item or something?
Are they an item?
Who knows?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know that much about her besides her musical style.
Okay.
But that's as far as the style, I love electronic music. That's my favorite thing. But sometimes with electronic music, you lose that emotional, organic vibe, which is to me the purpose of music. I love music because I connect with it, it's in my soul. So I like to keep that indie organic element with the electronic side.
You don't want to have a drop every
right, not like dubstep. You know what I mean? Not that dubstep isn't great. If you love dubstep, no offense there, but I like to be able to feel things and connect with people.
What was your first exposure to electronic music? Because it's also my favorite genre.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically 2 years ago, first was my brother. My brother kind of got into it first, and so he started sharing some songs with me. And I was like, oh, I've never thought I liked this music before, but I like it. And then my friend Jordan actually was the other one who showed me a band called Sohn, S-O-H-N, and I'd never heard anything like that before. And I was like, this is so cool. And all of a sudden I was obsessed with it, and I started consuming electronic music so much, and learning about all these bands and styles and everything. I was like, I want to make music because I love music, and this is the style I want to make. So
boom.
That's
super sweet.
Yeah,
what are some other electronic? Because Tafty Tap here freaking loves electronic music.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so
He's
cool.
my electronic.
Everything in this room is electronic music instruments.
I kind of noticed that.
Yeah.
You've got a pretty good studio here. Do you produce as well?
No. Honestly, it's hobby.
Are you serious?
I just have fun with
you have
it. Yeah.
a million pianos and synths and mixers and
Yeah.
everything.
It's a hobby.
Dang, I wish you guys could see this room. Can they see this room? It's impressive.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
The setup is on fire.
How do you manage your time though? That's what I'm seriously wondering. So you're only taking 2 classes at BYU.
Yes.
Because you're really focusing on the whole acting and the music. You're going
Correct.
Would you say that you're going for it, or you kind of have a toe into the safety zone of school?
No, I'm actually done with school. I graduate in December. I'm almost done. So that's why I'm only taking 2 classes, is because this is all I have left to graduate.
What's your major, by the way?
Public relations, digital marketing, business minor.
So what you're doing?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was like, I could major in acting. I could major in music, but, like, I'd rather have a separate skill set that can benefit me in multiple settings and benefit my career as well. I don't have to have a music degree or an acting degree to be an actor or a musician. So yeah, I graduate in PR, and up until this point, I have been, like, full-time student, like, in the semesters. I take the summers off to work doing music and acting, but, yeah, I only have 2 classes right now, so I'm just doing everything I possibly can.
And do you also have a job?
Yeah, I do work part-time. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, yeah, to answer your question about time management, I just, my schedule is like, constantly booked almost, it seems, which is something I'm very grateful for, but it is, like, something I have to really work on prioritizing things. Like, I have to decide, okay, look, if I have this block of time, I have this long list of things I need to accomplish, what needs to go in here. So that's kind of how it is right now. Which I'm grateful for. I love it.
That's awesome.
Like, ew.
It takes a certain personality. Like, it's admirable. Like, because I'd be like, I want to go home and veg out and like watch a movie or play video games.
I feel like I'm super busy with, like, all these projects, but then I'm like, yeah, I played like 3 hours of video games last night, so, like, I'm really not that busy. But I also but you're also meeting with a lot of people, so they're not just like dependent. Like, I'm dependent on my projects on myself mostly. You're dependent. People are depending on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
To show up.
Right.
What's your social life like then?
You know what? That's a great.
Is it a thing?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is it even existent?
Do you have friends? Do you have friends? That's what he's asking me right now.
Well, do you?
Yes, I have friends. I have like, so this is an interesting thing. Like, I don't know how, like, deep you want me to get, but, like, I kind of had this realization last year. I was spending a lot of time with people, a lot of time going to parties, a lot of time with friends, like, a lot of time just being social, because that was, like, the most important thing to me at the time. And that was really fun. And then, like, here I am a year later looking back on that time, and I'm like, what did I, like, really gain from that time besides, like, having fun? Nothing really. Like, there's nothing, like, that I can credibly say, like, I accomplished this thing by hanging out with all these people. So the kind of decision I made this year was, like, my priorities are going to be the things that have a return. Like, where I invest my time is going to be something that is going to return back. And so, yeah, I do have friends, and I hang out with people. I hung out with a friend last night, but I generally try to, like, make them productive things. So, like, last night I hung out with a friend. We went to a movie premiere, which is an acting gig because that's networking. You're meeting new people. Let's see. Friday night I'm performing. I have a concert. I'm performing in a show. And I'm doing that with another friend, and so that's also, like, I'll hang out with them. So, like, my social stuff and my career stuff, I try to combine them.
It sounds
intertwined. Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, I still have really good friends though. Like, I'm not the person that's gonna be at every single party anymore. I used to be that, which is where I met you guys.
Yeah.
But like,
you won't see us at any party.
Yeah,
anymore.
no, me neither. I'm not at the parties anymore because I just care more about, like, building the solid relationships and friendships that I have, and then working those into what I'm currently doing with my life. So.
Why aren't we at the parties anymore, Taft?
Why aren't you guys?
I don't know. It's just, it gets
old,
tedious,
boring,
kind of like
boring.
There's no end to it,
which is what I learned last year. I was like, wow.
And there's really, like, no. I like how you said, like, there's no, like, return.
Yeah.
Like, you go to those parties that you meet people. Like, that's how we met you.
Right.
But, like.
Which is cool.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's cool that you're here.
Glad to meet you guys. Yeah. Thank you.
But at the same time, let's be real. Like, there was, like, you're not really, like, gaining. Like, we met other people, whoever they are, in the
exactly.
Whoever in the ether.
Who are they? I don't even know.
Yeah. So it is. You know, like, one out of, like, the hundreds of people at those parties that we met. You know, there's no really return.
Yeah.
But from what you're saying, there was another guest we had on. Her name was Tyra, right? She was talking about making gains.
Tyra making gains.
Making gains. It sounds like you like to make gains. You know, like go for gains.
Absolutely. That's what I'm all about. Like, honestly, like, your time in life and time in general is just, like, so limited that I feel like everything we do, every second we have, needs to be invested in, like, doing something that will, well, if that's your goal. That's my goal. My goal is, like, what am I going to do with my life? I have these goals, I have passions, I have dreams, so I got to use my time to, like, achieve them. That's just me. And so, like, anyway. And
I just don't know how you do it. I follow you because I follow you on Instagram, and I watch those stupid Instagram stories that people post. And I'm just like, how does she like? No, I'm just like, how is she busy? I'm just like, how is she able to do a new thing every day? It's
that's really
awesome.
Sweet. Thank you.
Do you sleep? How often do you sleep?
I really appreciate that. Actually, like, for most of this week, I think I've gotten 4 or 5 hours of sleep.
Oh my gosh.
But like, last night I got 6, which was really good. that's really good for me.
There's a quote. And then this will define.
Oh, quote drop time.
I'm
oh,
about
snap.
to.
Oh snap!
I'm about to drop
Coming
a
at you with the quote. Okay.
Quote
All right.
drop time.
This sounds like you. It's from Lisa Falzon. She's a CEO of Revel Systems, whatever the crap that is. Sounds. She's important, I guess. Did you hear all that licking stuff on the mic?
Yeah.
Entrepreneur.
I did.
Man, entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't.
Drop the mic,
Yeah.
but don't actually drop it because we
Drop
need
my
this.
phone.
We need- yeah, okay.
But like you said that this year you're gonna live your life not like other people in Provo, and like instead of like socializing and getting no returns,
Right.
you're gonna develop yourself, and it looks like it's benefiting.
Thank
like
you.
what?
I really appreciate
What?
that.
Oh, you're welcome. What other stuff?
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You are welcome.
What other projects do you have coming up?
So yeah, there's a lot coming up still, which I'm so grateful for. Like honestly, I don't say any of that to brag, but I'm just very grateful.
No, you
because-
should. Yeah, you should brag.
No, but
That's
like in this
awesome.
industry, like in the entertainment industry and acting and music, it's always like about the next thing. And like, it's like as soon as you like have done something, it's like, hey, what's next? Cause like, it's not just like a typical job where you just like are counting on work. You know what I mean? You have to always be hustling. And so that's great. And I love that. And I'm grateful right now that I'm very grateful that things are happening. So yeah, the next thing is, like you just said, I released a music video on Monday or Tuesday. It was Halloween day, Tuesday, and that was really fun. And then today I filmed a music video that's releasing next Friday. After this, actually, I'm going to meet with another girl about my Christmas music video that we'll start filming in a couple weeks. So I've got to start getting that produced. And then also next week, Friday I'm filming a commercial. Saturday I have a show. Come see me. I know I said Friday earlier. It's actually Saturday. It's at Ahi Muse in Orem. I'm singing, so come say hi if you want to. And then
We're not down here.
there's some people saying some things and I don't know what's going on. Then after that, I'm working on some more music videos because like I said, I'm writing my own songs right now. I have 3 done. Just have to get the videos made because I like to release them pretty close together.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then after that's the Christmas music video, and then more projects after that. So
Just keeping it.
Just keeping yourself afloat. Like I always think my attitude, and like I listen to all these motivational talks all the time. It's like if you put out positivity, if you put out what you want in the world, like it comes back to you. And so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Is I'm just like I'm putting it out. This is happening. I'm doing these things, and like hopefully it comes back. Positivity brings more positivity.
Yeah.
Like attracts like.
Taft,
I agree.
what are you
Thank you.
bringing into the?
What positivity am I bringing?
Yeah,
to the world?
Taft, how positive
Way to
are you?
put
Yeah.
me on the spot.
Because I was just like, I put down people a lot,
Oh,
and
at
from
least he's honest.
yeah,
I mean,
and that makes me positive about myself.
I don't know. I try to validate people around me
Yeah.
that they seem like they don't have friends. That's something that I try to do.
that's
I don't
great,
know.
Taft. You're
That's
the
some
MVP.
positivity I bring into the
You
world.
do that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like to make people laugh.
And by the way, apologies to those that are trying to view this live. We're having streaming issues once
Uh-oh.
again.
Oh no,
so
it's good.
Are you
Is that
sure?
good?
Just-
Are we
yeah.
good?
The
'Cause
moment it goes
from what it's showing here, it doesn't look too great, but it's recorded, so
poo poo.
that's good.
No, it's not frozen. I've been watching.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Do you guys want to hear a funny story? All of you people who are
Always.
watching. Well, you guys too.
Oh,
but
totally.
You know the story because you were just experienced it. So I just came from this music video, right? And I was like hustling because like Salt Lake traffic, whatever. And then I was like, oh well, I'm still like dressed up. I still have this like crazy dress on, but it's fine. It's a podcast, so they're not gonna see me, right? And then I walk in the door and they're like, yeah, actually you're on camera. So yeah, that was a funny surprise.
Is that a wedding dress?
Wasn't it? No, it's okay. That's another funny story. This is my homecoming dress. I haven't worn this dress in 5 years. I wore this to my senior homecoming dress, and then I was like, well, time to break out the homecoming dress for this music video.
Looking good in
So,
it.
Thanks. I'm
Looking
lucky
good in
it
it.
still fits.
So with all of this stuff that you're doing, and we live in Provo,
we do.
we are Mormon.
Yes, we are.
Kelsey, you see the direction I'm going for in this?
I actually don't know.
It's okay because
I don't either.
I don't know.
Enlighten
Yeah.
us.
well, guys,
Please, Tyler, enlighten me. I don't know.
guys, Kelsey, do you manage to even find room for dating?
That's where this is going.
Yeah.
Should have known.
Okay.
Should have known. Dating. Okay, well, dating is an interesting thing. Yes and no. Yes, I find time for dating, and no, I don't find time for
Are you
dating.
currently in love?
I'm not in love. No.
Are you in love with any TV shows though?
Stranger Things. Stranger Things.
Yeah. Have you finished season 2 yet?
Of course I finished it.
It's bomb.
Took me 2 days.
Tyler, this
You
guy
haven't watched it?
hasn't even
What are
watched
you
season
waiting
1.
for? Oh, okay.
No, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Not
so-
even season 1.
That's embarrassing. I feel sorry.
That's embarrassing.
I feel
Really
sorry
just
for
put
you,
him.
Tyler.
Yeah.
But he's gonna binge it. He
I'll
said he
binge
binge it.
Okay.
It's-
Will you really though?
Oh yeah, it just never happened, and whatever.
That's okay. See, that's
Whatever.
like you know what? You're probably too busy for TV, and I get that. I don't watch
I'm
TV.
not.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Then you
watch
just suck.
I know, I do. No, what happened was I was supposed to. A girl said, "Hey, like watch Stranger Things," and I was like, "Okay." This is like for
it's
the
a
first
girl,
season. Yeah, because
so,
girls, I was like, yeah.
no.
But then I was like, well, I don't like, and there's like some series I like to watch by myself because like that's my show. But like for like if it's like something new, I'm really skeptical. So I was like, hey, can we watch it together? That'd be better since you clearly enjoy it. Maybe your positive vibes. So she's like, yeah, let's watch it together. And like that night, she bailed.
Ah, shoot.
And then
Flaky girls.
like 4 or 5 other times it happened. So I was just
Ditch
like,
her.
so by the
Ditch
time
her.
by the time like I was like, you know what? I'm just never gonna watch Stranger Things,
Well.
and I moved on to better shows.
You should not associate Stranger Things with a flaky female because they're not the same thing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch. I believe it's good.
It is really good. Yeah.
So like, but do you like find time to go on a date?
you asked me to elaborate on the dating. Okay.
Yeah, no, I need you to.
So yeah, like I do go on dates. They're very like usually pretty quick. Like I don't like somebody asked me out the other week, and hopefully he's not watching this because it's awkward. But he's like, yeah, let's go do this thing that was. I'm not gonna say what it was because if he watches this, that'd be weird. But it was gonna be like about 3 or 4 hours. And I was like, hey, I'm like I don't mean to be rude.
That's a commitment.
But yeah, my time is a little bit strapped right now. My schedule's a little crazy right now. I have to eat, right? So like I'd love to meet up for like lunch or dinner or something because like I need to eat food at some point. So let's do that. 35, 40 minutes, 1 hour tops. Like we're good. And then yeah. So that's kind of how it goes, which is sad. Like
That is sad.
but here's the thing, like I
don't find that sad at all.
okay,
like
thanks. I appreciate that.
first dates, I think they should be low key,
That's how
just
I feel.
quick. Like there's no commitment. It's just
Yeah.
getting to know someone real
I don't
quick.
even
Right.
believe in the first
Enjoy
date.
the time,
Okay.
you know. And
Okay. Well, and I feel like this is my opinion. Like I love it when people try to plan creative first dates, but I'm gonna be honest. Like if I don't know that I enjoy spending time with you, like a creative first date, I don't really
Yeah.
care for it right now. Like I want to know if I like get along with you, if we have any chemistry, if we connect, and then if we do, then yeah, sure, let's do something fun after. But like let's just go get some food real quick, see if we hit it off. If not, bye. You know, I don't know.
And
Yeah.
what is your indicator that you're hitting it off? I'd like to hear that.
So generally, like if I'm on a date and I'm like, okay, when is this over? Like then I know it's probably not a good thing. Like,
wow.
Well,
So it's like black or white. There's no gray area.
Well, just like if I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, when is it time for me to go?
The fact that you want to leave shows
Yeah,
that
that's
you're just
yeah.
like,
Whereas like if it's someone that I'm like, wow, like I'm really enjoying my
But
time with you. Like,
what
when can I hang
makes-
out with you again? Then
What
that's like
makes
a good
you
thing.
want to go?
I
Maybe
don't
the
know.
conversation's dull.
Yeah, if the conversation's dull, or sometimes there's like people that I'm like, we'd be really good friends, but I just don't think that like I'd be romantically interested in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's someone I went on a date with a couple weeks ago that I was like, as soon as I met him, I was like, because it was like I think it was like a mutual match. So I was like, yeah, you're a cute kid, but like as soon as I like was with you in person, had chemistry, like whatever, I was like, oh, this is definitely like a friendship. You're an attractive person, but like our personalities, we'd just be friends. I wouldn't be like, I need to be with you all the time, or I'm willing to make things a priority if it's like that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe that you make time for what's important to you. So if I found something or someone that to me was like, this is something I need to make a priority, I would 100%. But I like haven't yet, really. So
Yeah.
does
It's
that
hard.
make sense? Yeah.
I don't like the first date thing. I just don't like going on a first date. I like the meld.
Yeah.
Kind of the hang out in a group type of thing.
The
Yeah.
one that the apostles and prophets say not to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang out. Yeah.
It's a war zone out here, guys. You gotta do whatever you can.
Burn.
Yeah, no, I like the whole like hang out and then like it just like you just go, yeah, I can hang out with you forever.
I think hanging out is important. Like I think that going on dates is important, but hanging out is important too because you see a very like casual side of them that's really necessary.
Yeah.
You don't see that on a date because you're like, oh, I'm on my best behavior, and like, oh, let me open
Exactly.
the door, and like, which is important. By the way, can I just like go on a little tiny rant about opening the door? If you guys don't
Yeah.
open the door for girls, that's a problem. You need to do it. I went on a date. You need to do it, Tyler. I went on a date last week, and the guy did not get my door a single time.
Wait,
no
which
second name
door?
for you.
Which door?
No
The
second name
building
for
door,
you.
the building door, or the car door?
Both. I think.
No! Oh my gosh!
I think he did get my building door once, actually.
I am so anti-car door.
Oh,
yeah, so anti.
Here's the thing. For some reason, Tyler finds it awkward. Like if you come at it at a weird angle or something, it's like there's nothing awkward about it. You're just being chivalrous.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. Guys who open the door versus guys who don't open the door completely stand out 100%. Even if I'm not interested in you, I will be very impressed that you like went out of your way to open my car door.
I opened that one. I didn't open the car door for that one girl, and then after dinner. I opened the car door and it still didn't happen. I hate my I am dating someone right now.
Oh, you are?
And she's like, I haven't opened the car door once, and it's great.
Okay,
it's great that I don't have to like.
Maybe some girls don't care about that.
I don't have to.
I care about that.
I don't have to do a lap. Gotta do a lap around the car.
But like, isn't she worth it?
What?
Oh man!
Don't listen to her.
I just feel like that's like such a kind, gentlemanly, like respectful thing. It just makes me feel like so much. In a world where like women are like degraded and like treated like just objects, like when a man goes out of their way to open their door for you, it's like, oh.
How's this though?
Like.
But what if? Here's my thing. Because I will open a car door. I'm like fair.
You just said you didn't.
I will.
Okay.
I don't. I choose not to. But I will. Here's my thing is I believe in the special moments. I'm preaching now. I'm preaching now.
He pulls the mic out. Everybody, the mic is out.
Listen. I feel like if you do it like too often, it just becomes like not special. It just becomes like this. I saw my cousin and his ex-wife, and she would just stand there like a loser. And just like open. I'm just like Amy, like get your own freaking car door. He's still at the door. Like get in the car.
Well, yeah, I mean, like if he's not there, then
like,
yeah.
You dumb wench. Like sorry.
Oh wow, that was very strong words.
she was really mean. She was really mean and rude to everyone.
I feel like when I'm in the car and I'm getting out of the car, I don't really like to wait for the guy to come all the way around and open my car door. But like if we're walking to the car, like yeah, please get my door.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that. I still don't do it, but I can agree.
I just think it's nice. Anyway, like honestly, and then the other thing, he didn't even walk me to my door, get out of the car when like he dropped me off. He was like, "Okay, bye."
Okay, I can.
Bye.
Yeah, that's.
Like bye forever.
Come on, man. Lame.
So that's just like my little like. Yes, I do go on dates and I love dating, and like when I find someone that I really feel like is worth making that a priority and like fitting him in, I 100% will, because like I said, I believe that you make time for what's important to you.
Yeah.
So, and I will do that. Like I've had guys that have said, "Oh, I'm just like so busy." I'm like, "Yeah, what that means is that I'm not important to you." So that's fine, and I realize that. But yeah.
And if you're busy, if you're interested, you would at least say, "Hey, I'm busy, but can we?"
Exactly, and I do that. Like yeah, if I'm interested in somebody, I'll like make efforts too. So.
That's all right.
So yeah.
Boom.
Okay, so where do you see yourself heading? Like, what is the dream, as far as?
Boom, boom. To like 5 years, 10 years, like next year, like.
Sucking face with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Whoa! Wow,
that's just me.
That escalated quickly. I mean, like, I'm not saying no, but like.
Anytime, just
know,
like your final destination you'd like to be at.
Okay, well, I'm all about dreaming big, okay? I'm all about going for your dreams. If you have a dream, go after it, because you're always just going to regret it if you don't try. You might fail along the way, but like at least you tried and you knew that you tried. So my dreams right now are I am working on a number of songs right now. Like I would love to go on tour at some point. That's a dream that I want to do. I also continuing my acting career. I've been in some films and stuff like that, but I'd love to be in another feature that like is a little bit like broader, broader release. I'm in a movie right now. It's on Netflix, and that was fun. But that was a couple of years ago, and it's very much for the 8 to 12-year-old range. So I'd like to do another feature film that's like for more my age. That'd be cool.
Something that you'd also enjoy watching.
Yeah. So I guess like those are specific goals, but like my long term where I want to end up is I want to continue having a successful like acting and music career. Because those are my passions. And I've tried walking away from it because I was like, oh, this is irresponsible, this is unreliable, this is inconsistent, whatever. But like at the end of the day, like what gets me out of bed and what am I the most unbelievably passionate about are those things. And so like I can't walk away from them.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe, I don't know if this is like, I don't think this is prodding. It might be maybe personal.
You can ask.
But how do you balance kind of showbiz and, cameras and all this stuff with spirituality?
That's a great question.
Because I feel like it could be really distracting,
Yeah, no, that's
at least for me, if I was in that position, it'd be kind of like,
Yeah. No, that's 100%. Especially the entertainment industry is not only an industry that's like that, could be very distracting, but it also like challenges your morals all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And so I think for me, it's very important to just remember, like, I know who I am. I know what I believe. I know where I stand. I know what my relationship is like with God. And so, like, I just try to keep that the center of everything. If I'm good with God and I'm good with like where I'm, what He expects of me and where I'm at, then I feel like that's like my main checkpoint. You know, if that's not taken care of, then like, okay, I need to spend more time in my scriptures. Or, okay, I need to make my prayers better. I need to spend more time serving or whatever. So yeah, to be honest, it is a challenge, but as long as I'm constantly checking daily, like, is Christ the center of my life? Is my relationship with Heavenly Father great? Like, that's kind of what I check.
She's got that choose the right ring on.
Bam!
Yeah.
That's right.
It really is day to day, though, for
It is.
sure. It is a day to day.
And I have days where I'm like more forgetful about it than other days, like, to be totally honest, and days where like
all of us do.
Yeah.
So here's another question.
Yeah.
Provo is Provo. Provo is. I feel like there's a special breed of humans here in Provo.
Yeah.
Very much into social media.
Yes.
Where I feel like everyone for some reason is a photographer.
Right.
Everyone
or a model.
for some reason everyone is an entertainer. I'm trying to how do you like do you ever feel yourself like either comparing yourself to other people and be like, wow, I wish I had like their success, or do you how do you manage your personal life and your social media life? Because I mean, you're really prevalent. Very prevalent. You use social media a lot.
Yes.
Like, you're really like into it. And how do you keep that? How do you keep your mental state? Because like for me, sometimes when I'm on Instagram, I'm like, dang, that's a nice picture. No one's taking nice pictures of me.
Tyler secretly wants to have glamour shots.
I'm just like I'm like.
I'll bring you on my next photo shoot. You wanna go? Okay.
But I see like everyone does like a lot of photo shoots, or like does that ever play with your mental state? Like, I wish I was like that, like.
The comparison thing?
Yeah, because I talk with a lot of people and they go, oh, they're always like checking, like, oh, I wish I could do that. I'm just like, why don't you just do you? Like, how do you balance that with? Because obviously yours is a career. Mm-hmm. Yours is a brand. Your page is branding.
Right.
Whereas other people's, they want to brand, but it's now a competition. Really, how do you keep that balance? Yeah,
no, it's definitely a challenge. There's like the competition factor is a challenge, comparison factor is a challenge, and I think everybody, like, you're not human if you don't struggle with comparing yourself to somebody else. You know what I mean? And especially like in this industry, it's very competitive. So some things that I try to do is like there's a couple people that, like, specifically I'm like, oh, this, I don't know. Basically, I just try to remind myself, like, you're competing with yourself. Like, be the best version of you today. And that's a very cliche answer, but it's honestly what helps me. When I start to compare myself to this person or this person, I'm like, okay, but look at me where I am today versus where I was a year ago. I don't even recognize myself. You know what I mean? But in a good way. And it's like, so that's what I try to remind myself. I'm competing against myself. How can I be better today than I was yesterday? And the other thing is, too, is, like, I'm very different. I'm different than anyone else that I'm trying to compare myself to, and that's great. Like, I'm not the same as this musician or this actress. I have my own individual things that make me me, and that is wonderful. So why am I trying to copy this girl or this guy when I mean, to be honest, not very many people in this area do like electronic music, so that makes me unique as far as females go.
Yeah.
As far as females go.
I feel like
that's why I liked your cover
on the fringes of.
I appreciate that.
I'll be honest. I haven't listened to your music yet. I'll have to check it out.
Please do.
That's why I liked it, because I was like, oh, here we go. She's released, like, I'm gonna hear another like basic acoustic. That's what I was expecting was the acoustic, but when I heard the electronics, I was like, okay. Yeah. Keep going.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Who produces the electronic music for you?
So I've worked with a couple different, I say use, that's the wrong word. I've worked with a couple of different producers. They were all very amazing. Adam Turley has produced some of my music. And then BDN, Brendan David Nielsen, he's another producer. He produced Heathens. And then another producer who I've worked with and working with right now is named Michael McClellan. And he's awesome, great. All three of them are wonderful electronic music producers. So, yeah, those are who I go to. I mean, this is the first time I've ever done a song with Brendan, but I've worked with Adam and Mike quite a bit. So, it's good. It's just like important to find someone who gets your style and gets your vibe and also understands your voice, because like your voice is kind of like your main sound. Like it's like that's like my main marketing thing. You know, it's like my voice is my brand. That's like me. So someone who does your voice well is important.
If you had to choose between actor or musician?
People ask me that all the time, and I refuse to answer that question. The answer is no.
Interesting.
The answer is both. I can't pick. Like, honestly, I get
Really?
asked that probably every week, and I'm like, I love them both equally, and I'm trying to stay equally busy in both of them, which is why, like, I'm filming a commercial on Friday, and then I have a concert on Saturday night.
Gotcha.
A gig show. It's not a concert, but, you know.
Okay. Celebrity man crush. I'm just throwing that out there. See how calm I was? Celebrity
Yeah, that
man
was
crush.
super nonchalant. You're
Yeah.
just like, so, who
Celebrity
do you
man
love?
crush.
Who do you love?
Who do you love? Who do you check out on the big screen?
You know, I'm trying to think. I don't super get wrapped up in, like, all that, but...
Yeah. But you know who's cute.
Yeah, okay, all right. What's his name? Frick. His name just escaped me.
Whoa.
Have you guys seen Safe Haven?
Yeah.
Okay, that guy. What's his name?
Duhamel.
Josh Duhamel?
Josh.
Woo! Yeah.
Fergie's
That's the
husband.
one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he could have done
Fire.
better than. I think he could have done better than Fergie. But
Yeah, no, I don't know.
He's a bad actor though.
He's not that bad. I mean, he's not great.
What was the last thing he was in?
I don't know. Safe Haven was the last thing I saw.
That was the last thing anyone else saw him in. I think in the new Transformers movie,
Well,
which doesn't.
I don't know. He's hot. So.
I pass up on those Transformers movies.
Did you see the
I
fourth
can't
one?
handle it. No, I didn't. Was it
It
good?
took me 2 days to watch
did?
it. It was long.
What kind of movies do you like, Kelsey?
So that actually is a good question because I was just about to say my other celebrity crush is Christian Bale. I love Christian Bale.
Like the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, no, like I love Dark Knight. I love The Prestige. I love pretty much anything Christian Bale has been in. As far as other movies,
American Psycho?
I haven't seen that one.
I highly doubt that. That's kind of like.
Is that an edgy movie? Is that the one he lost a lot of weight for?
No, that's the
No, it's like pretty edgy though.
a lot of blood.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
Not a
He's
super
like a
edgy
serial
movie person.
killer.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Christian Bale's a good actor.
I like action movies though. Like I really do. I like superhero movies and I like rom-coms because I'm a girl and who doesn't like
What's
them?
your favorite rom-com?
Oh, I really like. Well, Hitch is like
Classic.
more.
Hitch
Yeah,
is
Hitch.
awesome.
Like,
Yeah.
Hitch is probably it. I would say. I know it's kind of more like it's about more like it's men based as well, but I love Hitch.
Yeah, it's a good like neutral.
Yeah,
one.
exactly. It's kind of
Yeah.
like right in the middle.
Have you
but
seen
I
the
would still say
Have you seen the Vow?
Yes.
That's my favorite.
Yes, I have seen that
That's
one.
my favorite.
That one's a good one.
I don't know why, but just the name of it, The Vow.
He vowed to be with her.
Just the name of it, I'm like,
Tyler's so into
I
this.
don't know if I want to watch.
She like
The
forgot his.
Vow.
The Vow.
She like. All right, if I woke up with no memory and Channing Tatum's like, "I'm your husband," I'd be like, "This is dope."
I know,
Channing
sweet.
Tatum's in it.
Go, dude.
Well,
No,
that
yeah.
makes sense. I made some good decisions, I guess.
I know. I must have done something right. I don't know.
Okay, I gotta ask. Do you
Okay.
like techno?
Do I like techno?
Yeah.
To an extent.
You
Yeah,
do.
It's not like my favorite. I wouldn't like listen to it but I don't hate it.
What kind of techno? Like,
I don't even know if I know enough about it to like define a genre.
Okay,
To be honest.
okay.
I'm sorry.
What about it, Ty?
Yeah. What were you gonna say about techno?
Yeah.
well, like the best techno comes from Europe, like
Yeah,
Germany.
that's true. Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
And like I'm not a dubstep fan, but I think the reason I like techno is because it's got that rhythmic kind of cathartic feel
True. Yeah.
that you can dance to, but it's more minimal, like minimalist. It's not as like up
Yeah.
and down, schizo, you know.
True. Yeah.
Um,
The European music scene is really good, actually.
yeah,
I
it's
didn't-
way good.
I was there this summer, and that was the first time I'd ever been there, and I was like, "Holy cow! Like their music scene is like
Yeah.
Dude, if I had
Way good.
if I had stayed in England after my band, I think we would have done it.
Wait, why were you in England?
I lived in England for 3 years, just my family. I had a
That's cool.
Had a band. We released an album.
Where in England?
London.
Oh, I love London.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
But the music scene there is just great.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Everyone's so supportive.
Yeah.
How's the support here in Provo then?
That's
in
a
the
good
music
question,
in the
yeah.
music scene? How's
In
the
the
music
music
scene here?
It's good. It's interesting because I think it's pretty good for the most part. Like there's a lot of creativity in this like valley. There's a lot of creative people. There's a lot of successful people. There's a lot of people who want to do this. And so as far as opportunities, it's pretty easy to find them or to make them, which I'm very grateful for. Like if you are passionate about it and you push, you can become something here, which is really cool. I mean, granted, I feel like there's a ceiling in Provo. You can only like go so far, and then you kind of have to do like Imagine Dragons did and like go someplace else.
Yeah.
Or like Neon Trees, but they still found their foundation here, which is really cool. So like, yeah, like given the fact that Provo is actually a really tiny town, kind of city, like it actually is very like fertile for music. So.
Yeah. Do you feel though that because there's so many people who are creative that dilutes it? Like, cause
a little bit.
There's just too many. How do we know which one?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if there's like 10 other people performing on Saturday, how do I know that I need to go to like yours?
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's definitely a challenge. But that all comes down to like branding and marketing and your style as well. But yeah, no, it's a challenge. But that's gonna be a challenge anywhere. Like in LA, it's gonna be a challenge too. You know, music in general is just a saturated industry, and if you want to stand out, you've got to do something crazy.
How do you? Okay, so with your Instagram that you have,
I do have it.
What?
I said I do have it.
You got the gram.
I got the gram.
How do you manage like this picture's got to be branding, and do you ever feel like sometimes you just want to post a non-branding like a really cruddy picture?
100%.
Because like your pictures are all really nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
There's not one cruddy picture. Believe me, I've stalked.
He's looked at every single one of them.
Stalked.
Oh my gosh.
But like, do you ever like
Really
just like because I feel like there are days where maybe you might, I don't know, and you just want to post a cruddy picture, be like, oh, but that would ruin my.
Yeah, that's the challenge about like having your brand be on social media is like you do have to maintain a certain aesthetic, which is like hard sometimes because there's like a picture that I took with a friend like a couple days ago and I was like, oh, I'd love to post this picture, but the lighting or like the color scheme doesn't match my color scheme, and like that sounds very tacky, but like when it's a business essentially, like you have to like maintain the branding. So that sucks. It does suck, and there's a lot of times where I wish I could post something, but I know that it would just like fall flat. I wouldn't get any engagement. No one would care. So like it's just like it's crazy. You kind of have to figure out like what posts do well on Instagram, like what posts do people like, what posts do people not like. So having like a carefully designed aesthetic is important. Having pictures that people will like and comment on is important. It's all this stupid stuff that like actually matters.
Is Instagram the what you use the most?
Instagram's what I've been using the most, yeah. But I'm working on YouTube right now too. YouTube I haven't spent a ton of time growing.
YouTube's
but like
hard.
Now I am really focusing on that.
Yeah.
So.
YouTube's hard.
That's why Heathens is actually only released on YouTube because I wanted everyone to watch it on YouTube.
I had to click on the link.
I'm so sorry.
But that was smart though because you only showed a clip and then I was like had to click on it.
That's a strategy. I put a little teaser on Facebook to like hopefully engage you in wanting to see the full videos. Then you go to YouTube to watch the whole thing.
Did y'all get trapped?
So yeah, guys, please go to YouTube and watch my Heathens music video. And while you're there, like and subscribe and ring the bell. Okay. Hashtag plug.
Boom. Kelsey, real quick before we end this.
Oh, this is so sad.
What are some final things and maybe advice to anyone who's either thinking about wanting to do what you're doing or already doing what you're doing? What are some like final advice, like just hard advice? Like
hard advice.
Maybe you're just like, hey, don't even do it.
No, I would never say that.
But yeah, but like
some people do though.
Yeah, some people like just like don't even try. It's hard.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not worth the pain.
Well, okay. Two of my biggest things that I kind of said this earlier is like if you have a dream, stop like thinking about that dream and wondering what it would be like to live that dream and just freaking go after it. Like do something today that's gonna help you get one step closer to getting it. Just do it. No, I'm serious though. Like do one thing today that'll get you one step closer to accomplishing that dream. Because my thing is I don't want to have any regrets. Like 20 years down the line, I don't want to look back and be like, I wonder what would have happened if I'd actually tried to be an actress, if I'd actually tried to be a musician. Now I can look back and say like, hey, maybe that worked, maybe it's not gonna work. I don't know. But at least I freaking did something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do it. Like just do it. And that is so important. And the other thing I have to say too is that I'm kind of a perfectionist a lot of times, and so sometimes I get really wrapped up in like, oh, I can't take this step unless I have everything perfectly outlined, and I can't start posting videos unless all of this thing is in line. Throw it out the window and just do it. Like, stop like getting wrapped up in your head about what needs to be right or what you do have or what you don't have. Like, people make amazing songs with just like a crappy little microphone and like GarageBand. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
Don't be so focused on your limitations and instead focus on what you can create with what you have and like what you can make with what you have. And don't find what cannot work and find what can work with what you've got, you know?
Build from the smallest and you'll get
absolutely.
By small and simple things, great. No,
wow.
Line upon line.
Plug.
Precept upon precept.
Scripture study right now?
One quick final question.
No, do it.
Was there like a pivotal decision you made that you can remember, like, I'm actually going for it? Because I feel like we'd have like a decision in our life where, whoa, I'm actually going to attempt to achieve my dream.
And I'll add on to that question. with that, was that when you had that pivotal moment, was it scary? So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yes. So there's 2 pivotal moments, one for acting and one for music. I've been an actress since I was like 5 years old. I've been acting my whole entire life. But like I said, I went on a mission. I got home from my mission, and I was kind of like, I had taken a break before my mission. And I was like, when I got home, I was like, why did I stop doing that? I love that. And so that pivotal moment when I got home from my mission, like, I'm going to do this again. That was a switch. But even then, like you said, I kind of had like one toe in the water where I was like, I'm also going to be in school and I'm also going to work and like, because I don't really know for sure. So I would say that my big jump off the diving board into the water moment with acting has probably been in the last year, where it's like, you know what? This is what I care about. This is what I love. Not all I care about. This is what I care about the most as far as careers go. So I'm going to do it. Yes, it was scary. It's still scary. Every day is scary because I'm like, well, who knows what's going to happen? You know what I mean? But you just have to, like, I have a dream, I have a passion, I'm working for it. I'm working really, really hard for it. And so at the end of the day, like, that's what it comes down to, is like working for what you love, you know? Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, with music has also been in the last year. I'd say it's about December. So, yeah, almost a year ago. I was part of the church's Light the World campaign. They asked me to be a performer, which for me was really exciting because I was like, okay, like, I could probably start kind of doing stuff, like. And then at that moment, I was like, I love this. Why have I not done this? So then and I put out my first music video like a week later. And then I put out another one for Easter. And then I've got like 2 more out since then. And then I've got another one that's coming out this next week. So yeah, it's been a process getting things picked up. But like, it was a decision I had to make. And then I just had to go for it.
That's cool.
So I've learned a lot along the way. A lot about what to do, what not to do, what works, what doesn't work, etc. So.
Boom.
Yeah.
Where can we find you?
Find me on social media. So on Instagram, it's at Kelsey Marie Edwards, Kelsey Marie Edwards. YouTube, please, if you would like to check out my YouTube, go check it out. It's youtube.com/Kelsey Edwards. If you feel so inclined to subscribe, that would be great. And then you can ring the little bell so you don't miss any of the updates, because I'm coming out with some fun stuff. So I'd love for you guys to see them. And then Facebook is facebook.com/Kelsey Marie Edwards. Sometimes middle name, sometimes it's not, because like, the name's already taken.
Gosh dang it.
I'm going to work on getting everything just be Kelsey Edwards, but sometimes it's Kelsey Marie Edwards. So if you just search Kelsey Edwards, you're going to find me, though. So.
Boom.
Yeah.
Kelsey, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much
Thanks,
for having
Kelsey.
me. This is
Yeah,
so
it was
fun.
great having you.
It was awesome.
This too.
Real quick, before we end, this episode was brought to you by Splotch Comics. Check out their Kickstarter for The Lucky Shot. Wow. We're going to end the show by showing their trailer, so thanks, guys, for watching.
Thanks, guys, for
Cheers.
watching.